Hello and welcome, or welcome back to Create and Conquer. Before I get into this episode today, my friends, I've got a very important announcement. I do want to send out my greatest gratitude to my very first supporter of the channel, who I got a couple of days ago, called Wintery Zephyr. So thank you very much. He bought me a coffee 2 days ago, and that makes him my very first supporter. Now, if you also want to support the channel, guys, you can go to my buy me a coffee link down in my description box, and you can buy me a coffee. Or if you want to support me in any other way that's free, just hit that subscribe button. But for now, we're going to get into game. And I think we're going to expand upon my machine up in my machining department. Or in my factory, if you like. Let's get into gameplay. And as you can see, my lava tank is pretty much full. In fact, I think it is full. But we want a couple more blocks, people. We want to get rid of some of that lava also. And before we start making the machine, I want your opinion. Right, so I have industrial iron. I have sheet metal. And I have iron boiler plate and iron plates. Now let me pop these down, and we're going to do it in this kind of pattern with lava in between, and I do have some trapdoors to go over the top. So what we've got is probably that sort of pattern with the iron plates, or we could use the boiler plates, which would be a lighter pattern. We have the industrial plates right there. And let's just move that away from there. So that is like the dark and the orange. And we also have the sheet metal block, which is that one right there. And that will look probably, if I can get it back, like that. So that one, the darker one, the iron boiler plate one, or the iron plate one. Let me know which one you prefer. We're not doing it yet, my friends, because we still have a lot of work to do before I start doing the floors. But I wanted to get it in early and get your opinions on what you think type of flooring we should have in here. So let me get rid of all this, and we're going to go on over to the back end of our area. And we're going to start along the back. Just let me get my inventory cleaned up a bit before we start. So bear with me here, friends. I am still a beginner at this sort of thing, but I'm learning. I'm learning. Right, what we're going to do is put this, oh dang it guys, put this here. Let's take that wrench out, let's turn it around like that, because we want it coming from there and we want it to move. Now I'm not quite sure where I want it to go. Let me just do that like so. Get rid of them. I do probably need to put a bit more flooring. I do have some belts that I prepared earlier, and we want to take that belt all the way over to there. Now I think it's connected here. Then what we're going to do, I think, is put the funnel on here. And what I want to do then is, see that one? Click and hold. Right, so what I want to do is split it. And I think it is the split. It's not the forced split. Right, so we're going to split that. Now we've got cobble coming from there. The cobble will go through here. It will get split to come along here. Then I'm going to have to make a little bit of room, because we do want our... Let's just get rid of that, because we've got to do the walls at some point anyway. So it's going to get split. It's going to come through onto here. I'm just going to put a couple of temporary blocks on there. I do believe we have another couple of crushing wheels here. Now, I think we're going to need all 4 of them for what I want to do. Not sure yet. I could be wrong. That is totally wrong. But I could be wrong, people. I could be wrong. In fact, I probably am. Let's jump. Let's put these crushing wheels up here. So, the gravel will come through. It will get crushed through here. Now, if I type on crushing wheels, which is there, and we're going to have a little look at the crushing recipes. Now, if I put sand through here, I'm not quite sure how far down it is. I should have just went on to sand, to be quite honest with you. But it'll give you a chance to have a bit of a look at what's going on in here. If you don't like me doing this, guys, just fast forward it. It's no big deal. But some people want to learn. Hopefully, we won't get to a point where I need to go through all 205 of them. But if we have to, we have to. You can pause it to take a closer look. But we are looking for sand, specifically. And then that'll show us what sand gives. And I think it's clay and probably flint and sand. We're looking for gravel. Sorry, friends. Do you know what? I'm getting bored of it now. Let's type in gravel. So we'll go onto the gravel. We'll do that. And we'll go to our crushing wheel. And that should show us what gravel will give. You know, it's so awkward to try and get on the exact thing. I've just had it, haven't I? Is it that one, the crushing? Crushing gravel. Crushing gravel. What a blooming palaver this is. There you go. Right, so crushing gravel will give us sand, flint and clay balls. And then what I want to do is wash the sand with an encased fan. So if I can just see that. I can't see it. So we'll do that. And then with that, this will give us the bulk washing. So if we were to wash the sand that we get from that, we will get clay. I'm not sure whether I want to do that or want to crush it, people. So we have the things to wash it. But if we go back on to our search and search up sand, in fact, we'll just do it from here. And if we crush sand, sand should give us... I don't find my crushing wheel, peeps. I can't see my crushing wheel. Because that is just going to do that. See, putting the sand through a crushing wheel is supposed to give you redstone. Right, let's just get it built up and we'll see what we get from it straight off the bat. So I'm going to put crushing wheels there. Then we're going to put another 2 blocks. Then we're going to put crushing wheel and crushing wheel. We'll get rid of all this palaver behind here because we don't need that. And we'll also get rid of that wheel because we don't need that there either, apparently. Where's my crushing wheel gone? Have I got it? Oh, friends, I've lost my crushing wheel. Like, totally. Hello? That might be it right there. Right, so crushing wheel. So, gravel goes to sand and whatever else. Some of the stuff will get deposited before it moves on. Sand will get crushed up, hopefully, to redstone and I don't know if it's going to be glowstone or quartz or something, but it's going to get turned into something. Let me hook this up. We'll come right back because this is a load of blooming palaver right now. I'm just going to move these. And what I've done is literally come to the back of my room here, connected another gearbox onto my shaft, another gearbox under. I've run the shaft all the way down here into another gearbox. And then what we're going to do is a few more shafts until we are lined up under here with a vertical gearbox. We want the shafts coming down and then connect that up with a shaft. That is not going the right way. So if it's not going the right way, guys, we need to get rid of that and add another gearbox, and it'll go the other way. Is that the right way? That's it. Guys, that is not the right way. That is the right way. Right, let me get myself up out of here. Or get myself around. And then we want to hook this one up also. So get some shafts coming down. We're going into a gearbox. We're going to connect this one up. And then we are going to have a little look at. That looks like it's all going the right way. Let's step on out. And we can see it from here. So this one is going the right way because we want them both spinning in opposite directions, but going towards the back from the middle perspective. And then these ones we also want connected. So I'm going to take these out and I'm just going to go underneath here. And dig out my torch. So we're doing it in absolute pitch dark. Which is something that I was really going for, people. Honestly, I was. But just hold the phone, because I will put that torch back in a little moment so we can see what we're doing. Let's just pop you there. Right, so same as before. I'm going to have to dissipate and do some more gearboxes. I knew I didn't have enough straight off the bat, but I don't listen to myself, peeps. It's just not something that I do. Right. Fell down there to literally there. Let's get our shafts going up into that one. Connect them there. Up into this other one. And then we are going to connect it to this. But this needs another gearbox. I'm not sure I've got the stuff to make a gearbox on me. So I might have to disappear for a little minute. Gearbox is there. I am going to need cogs and andesite casing. Now, I have cogs. Andesite casing. I'm going to need at least another 2 gearboxes. And I need to get myself out of here. It gets very messy, people. It gets very messy. But we can come out, head on over to here and get ourselves a couple of gearboxes done. So I'm going to do the 2, get rid of them, put these in, go back to where we need to put these. I'm just going to break through, people. Just breaking through, don't mind me. And then, there it is. This can be a normal gearbox. That is going to go there. That is going to get connected via that. These are going to spin. And these are actually going in the right direction. I don't want that piece of stone there. Right, so what I'm going to do now, apart from take that piece of stone out, I'm going to head up to the... hang on a minute. I'm going to connect my thingamaboo right here first. How are we going to manage this? I don't know if this gearbox would do it. I'm hoping it might. If we just put a gearbox there. Right, there you go. But that is actually going the wrong way. So we'll do that. I can do that. And do that. And that is still going the wrong way. So I do need another gearbox. Let me make that other gearbox up. Get this connected. Like so. So this can go onto here. Question mark? No, it cannot. Right, let me rejig it. I'll be back in a sec. Now, everything is pretty much going the right way. And what I'm going to do now is just grab a couple of drawers to catch a few bits going past. And we're going to see what it produces. Let's head on up and set our cobblestone gen off. Excuse the clacky keyboard, guys. It's like I've said before, I paid a lot for it and I'm not replacing it just yet. I will at some point. I most certainly will. So let's set the cobblestone gen off and we're going to see if it does what it's actually intended to do downstairs. And that is to split my cobble into two, with half of them coming this way and half of them coming the other way. That sounds like an enderman's getting done off somewhere, people. It's not my doing, I promise you. So let's just wait for a minute or two for this cobblestone. Now it should get split. It'll come through here. And it's not going to come into them drawers because I do not have a filter on them. But hold up. Jeez, guys, how am I going to get through here? This is an absolute mess. I call it the mess of destruction. Oh, come on, guys. That was clever. You've got to laugh at that. Guys, I'm joking. Leave that dislike button alone. It doesn't deserve your badness. Right, let's put them on there. Right, these are getting, like, crushed again. And we're just going to wait and see what comes out of it. See, there is our sand. There is clay. There is flint. So the sand, I literally want to keep going through. And I want that to get crushed. The flint is going to get stored with the clay. So I'm going to put the clay there. I'm going to put the flint on there. And the sand should get crushed up. So there's 6 flint and 1 clay. Right, I get what it's doing. We're going to need another set of wheels. So what it is doing, it's crushing the cobble into gravel, and then the gravel is getting done, and that is going into the sand. So we're going to need another lot, because the clay is going to get stored over there. The flint is going to get stored over there. Right, guys, let me put another set of wheels up. Oh, and this is some kind of tar down there. And if you land in it, people, you die and you lose everything. It's just like lava. So avoid that. Right, so this is absolutely my last set of crushing wheels, because I do not have my big machine up to make any more right now. Right, so what I've got is nothing's going in there, people. Absolutely nothing. So I'm just going to take my axe out. I'm going to get rid of these out of here by putting another one of these on, because obviously that's the way it goes. Right, so I'm going to take that. I'm going to take everything out of here. Guys, I'm running out of room. Like, seriously running out of room. Thank you. And then we're going to get rid of these. Thank you. And thank you. And we're going to get rid of these. Because cobble into gravel into sand. I need to expand this a little bit, but it'll do for now. The flint goes into there. Our clay goes into there, which means we've automatically got clay. Our sand. Right, now what is going on with this? Because our sand is supposed to come through after it goes through these crushing wheels. And it's supposed to get crushed by these. Is it timing, or is it just the fact I mean, we could put that on there and we could put clay on the other one, but they're already in the container, people. Right, so let's see what happens with this sand. And if it's not working, I'm going to have to investigate why. Right, so the sand goes into there. Let me just pop one of these onto there. And then the sand doesn't seem to be moving from the crushing wheels. We might have to stick a sieve on, people. We might have to stick a sieve on. I think that might be the better option. Bear with me. So we're going to figure We're going to figure this part out together. So cobble into gravel, into sand and clay and flint. We can put expansion on those shores very soon. I have made it look like even, like so. Then it's going to come in here into this chest or into this barrel. I've done a brass sifter and a normal sifter. I'm actually going to change this normal one for the brass one, I think. No rhyme or reason, people, no rhyme or reason. I just think the brass sifter would probably be better. Now the sand is going to come in here. It's going to come into this sifter with a brass mesh. And to get the power to this, I am going to go through this here. I'm going to put a gearbox on. Let me just think, because it's going to need a cogwheel. So let's get a couple of shafts going across, like so. We're going to need another gearbox. We're going to need a cog. Have I got any cogs left is the question. I don't think we do. We just need a piece of wood. Oh guys, why is it such a blooming palaver? All I need is one piece of wood. I don't think I've got any. I can't see my cogs. Let's just go and make a couple more. Right, cogs in hand. So if we put a cog there, that should set that off. So that will start sifting. And then what I want to do after that is place one of my... Have I got a normal funnel? Which is there. Let's pop them back in there. So funnel needs to come down. To bring them out. So hit that to bring them down. And then I want them onto another belt. Like there. And we're going to bring the belt upwards. Now I think it has to go like from there to like up here. Where it will be getting powered hopefully by that one. Let's bring our belts out. And pop it from there. Not to there. You don't want to go up, dude? No? Right, well let's see if it'll do it closer. Move that. Put that there. How's about on to there? We'll get that belt moving from there to there. So that should bring everything up. Belt across here to about there. Like so. Now we need to get these belts moving, and we also need a couple of bits of storage. And I've got 3 funnels left. So my storage for now is going to be my barrels. I have got drawers somewhere. What have we done with my drawers, people? What have we done with my drawers? Don't tell me they're in my underwear drawer, because I know for a fact that's not what I'm talking about. Hold up. Right, so drawers were actually over there in that box. So we're going to take them. We probably only need one, but I'm putting 2 on. 1, 2. So we need to get the power hooked up to these. No, I need that, dear. That is powered. This needs to be powered, and I'm not sure whether it's going to work if I put a gearbox on. There. Yeah, that's not pulling it, peeps. That's not pulling it. So we do have to go downwards where the actual thing is, which is there. Would it work if I did that? Yes, but it is going the wrong way. Of course it's going the wrong way, people. Why would it not go the wrong way? But I don't know how to rectify that, because that is not going to work, because it's still going the wrong way. So can I... Right, so all I've done is put a gearbox just behind it instead of having this shaft. And it is going the right way. We want this one to start rolling before we can test it. Let's just bring both of them into my bar. No, that's not going to go on. So a way of getting this one done is probably going to be from there. I'm still learning, people. Have patience, please. Hopefully you're learning with me. Let's get a shaft over and then into a gearbox. Please don't tell me I have to make some more, because that is not really one thing I would like to do. Over to a gearbox, up via shaft into another gearbox, and that's going the wrong way, which means we need another gearbox to go there to get that to move that away and collect all our goodies. Lord heavens, have bloody mercy. So other gearbox, that is now going the right way. Right, so it's now time for the moment of truth. I have my sand in there, and if I hit that, the sand should go through, and we should at least get redstone. I think there's something else that this can do as well. I don't have to put the speed down because we're not washing anything, so this is probably going to go quite fast. So glowstone, bonemeal, right, we need a chest for Jeez, mates, jeez, we need more chests than what we think. Right, let's get 1 and 2. Let's get drawers and drawers. We're going to need some more funnels. You in there. So what are you going to gather? So now we have glowstone, bonemeal, redstone, and XP. Right, so the redstone isn't going in here because there's no filter on it. Redstone into there. What? Why is that not going into there? Redstone. Ah, right, okay. So hit that. The redstone will go into there. And then we just need one more filter to put this XP into. And in fact, I'm not really bothered about the XP, because we have the other machine doing it for us. So what I'm going to do is just place a lava bucket in there, and anything that doesn't go through is literally going to go in there. But I'm going to use that for the time being. I am going to... Have I got... Right, so I am going to have to lengthen it, because it is also going to give me this blaze stuff. In fact, I don't even want the blaze stuff, guys, because we've got that many And you actually need to just go in there and burn, baby, burn. So they're all going to go into there. They are going to get put into the lava. I don't need the blaze powder. And I think we're done, people. We are actually done. I need to tidy it up, obviously. We do not need this block here. So I'm just going to get rid of that one. And just do that. So in effect, you can go away. We have redstone being done. We have automatic bonemeal, automatic glowstone dust. And we also have auto clay and flint, which could probably go, but I like the flint blocks, so we're going to keep them on. Oh, friends, I did another thing. It got messy, like, but you know, we did another thing. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and any ideas for decoration would be greatly appreciated. Now I've got a lot of work to do to fill all these in. The absolute blooming joys, guys. The absolute blooming joys. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely loved doing that. That was a bit of an experience in itself, wasn't it? So redstone, glowstone, clay, and bone meal, as well as a little bit of flint. We've got a bit of flint that we don't really need. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Are you happy with that? Because if you are, you can smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss another episode. As always, guys, take good care and thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.